Welcome back, everybody. Forgotten Fates, a Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 edition campaign. We are currently in our second season, week number 5, going on to hour number 5. The Coot is murdering somebody, because that's what he does.
This fool stepped out of line, yo.
He is serving his own special kind of justice when the barely clad dwarf and drow run up to see what's going on because they heard the shout.
You mean the dwarf in all his glory?
Did you come running to Andara, or were you still getting dressed?
The dwarf is staff and his Urgosh.
Yeah.
I'm getting dressed. I'm not in any hurry to go help out the coop.
Oh, okay.
Gonna stab this guy.
Fair enough. So the dwarf with the Urgosh comes running up behind. You see combat in between the fat man that's from the table earlier and Vakut.
I mean, I wouldn't want to hurry up and get there and get all sweaty and stink anymore, you know?
You see,
Oh man, this woman.
you catch the smell of different blood mingling. You can see that the fat man's been wounded twice now, and one of his daggers is laying on the ground. He's defending against Vakut, who's also dripping blood down both sides.
Hey, Vakut, what do we got going on here? Who'd you piss off now?
I didn't piss him off. He turned around, and killing everybody, and I point to the unconscious guy with the missing
Killing
ear.
everybody?
This ruffian attacked me!
That's a slight exaggeration, but
You're the one that stole my bag!
I stole no such bag.
What
Do I
hap-
look like I'm a bag?
Shut
on
up,
me?
both of you! What happened to the guy on the ground?
And I just point at the fat man. He
I
cut
took his
off.
ear for his impertinence.
You took his ear for his impertinence. How does that work?
Are you still coming at him, Vakut? Or are you backing off letting him talk?
It's I attack, so it's his action.
He's holding the knife and watching you. He had the nerve to rise against me. After I'd taught his little brat a lesson, he came out.
Okay, I've heard enough.
Yep, I'm attacking.
You said it was his action, Vakut.
He
How are you
took his-
attacking on his
He
action?
took it. He took his action.
talking.
before anybody does anything,
Talking.
should you not roll for initiative now that there's two people there?
Now that there's two people, we will have to have initiative.
Dun, dun, dun. Wait, how am I gonna write this one down?
There we go. There's mine.
Vakut attacks asshole.
Just give me a second.
Dermot?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Dermot, half naked, runs to his rescue.
Sorry, I wasn't in on the other computer, just the streaming PC.
The most intimidating thing about Dermot's presence
Is that he's naked?
He's a dwarf.
is the weapon he's not holding.
Okay. So,
Oh.
all right. Combat's being re-entered between the three of you. Vakut, having the highest, you'll go first. You come in at him again,
Oh my lord!
and you connect.
Somebody's dead. Damn.
Vakut comes in and connects with a mighty blow
Of
to
16.
his ego. You came in too close with your stab, so you threw off his. He was aiming for your kidney, but it clinked off your armor. Dermot, it's your turn.
I'm in melee range with him.
Yep.
Okay, I will swing the axe.
You come up. Even with the flanking bonus of 2, you miss.
Naked and reckless, he attacks with his blade.
Spear side.
He
And you
learns to
clank off
quiver
of
him.
armor under the robe, you notice.
Eat his armor.
Vakut,
It melts him.
I will sidestep too as I'm doing this to begin to get behind him. Or I'm already behind him, right? He's facing the coop.
Yeah, he's not facing you, so you're
Okay.
technically flanking.
I will maintain flank.
So you
Okay.
just kind of did he miss him or did he like chink off his armor?
Chinks off his armor.
Okay, so he
Oh.
gets noticed, but not really.
So and I chinked off his armor again.
Yeah, the Vakut slices off the armor. And he comes screaming, swinging at Vakut.
Missed.
Missed. You see his other hand going behind him for something. Dermot, it's your turn.
Let's finish this off.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
All right, Babe Ruth.
That's
Wait for that
I'm
fence.
axe side always first, just an FYI in case I ever forget.
It explodes all over. Chunks of him.
What's the crit card say?
We're not doing those, are we? Or are we?
Occasionally, I think this warrants it. I was planning to cut off Vakut's ear or something if something did happen. I figured that would be fitting.
All right.
So, Dermot.
What is my critical bonus? That was the wrong damage.
Yeah,
If it's
that's-
an
I've
axe,
actually
it's
never
usually
crit
times
with him.
3.
Times 3. Okay.
It's ×3 with an axe, yes.
so it's 24 points of damage.
It's
Yeah, it's usually times 3.
okay. If we're going
All
one
right.
player after the roll, that works for me.
Well, then it's 5.
Okay,
times
here.
15. It's either 18 or 24. Either way,
Let's see here.
it's
So
still
you
a lot. I don't think it matters.
He's at 44 points taken right now before the crit card.
Maybe.
Wow. So, yeah, the crit card. Add an additional 2d6 to this. 2d6, I mean? Yeah. So it's 8 times 3. Plus 7. Okay. 24 plus 7. Wow. So
Yeah,
you see
it's-
Dermot Vakut say, let's end this.
Uh-huh.
Jumps up and flips the axe around and comes forward,
Mhm.
slitting this guy's throat, nearly cutting his head clean off. The man crumples to the ground.
Good. Is he dead?
He's dead. You see the other hand come out, and there was a really wicked-looking dagger that seemed to be dripping something green that came out. He was fixing to stab you with something bad.
Whoa. First things first, I think I'm going to spit on the corpse entirely. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and waste second charge on the man who's unconscious with the ear. That's
Wait, when you say entirely, you covering the whole corpse with spit?
No. Just spit on him once.
Okay.
Do you try to reapply the ear?
Can I actually pull it to him and use one to charge? Would that actually work?
Try.
I'm gonna
If
do
he's
it.
doing that, I'm gonna stop him
Okay.
and say, "Listen, well, you should leave this to the professionals."
That's
I-
great. We'll
I-
get Andara.
Because she happens to be an expert at this whole ear reattachment thing.
I am.
I'm going to.
Someone is.
Then, if that's the
Not
case,
you.
I'm going to leave the guy in Dermot's care, and I'm going to head into this guy's tent to try to find
Why?
Ardo.
What? Why would you do that?
Because Dermot just told me to hold off, so I am leaving him in his care, and I'm heading
Right.
into the tent because that's the only other place where else would Ardo possibly be besides Robin.
No.
You're not looking for Ardo.
Right.
You don't know I'm missing.
That's where the metagame line gets drawn.
Okay.
You don't even know Ardo's gone.
Okay. Well, then I will. I
Rob
will
him?
go. No, I'm not gonna rob him.
Well, then the story's be in his tent.
Then I will leave the man to Dermot's care, and I will go over and I will go to check on the child that was backhanded.
Okay. So that's more like Vakut. Because Vakut doesn't know where Ardo is. Ardo's back in the tent or back in the camp asleep with the baby. You know what I mean?
Okay. I got you. My bad on my trying.
That's okay.
Is just the kid the guy, and is his wife here or anything like that?
That's
Yeah, the wife's like horrified.
Okay, I will. Hey,
And you just see her, thank you.
You get over here and keep your husband from bleeding out. Find something and hold it up against.
Puts
his...
pressure on his ear.
I'm gonna go get the experts.
Where is
Okay.
the expert at this point? Where is she?
I'm actually because you're the expert for ear reattachment, aren't you?
Yeah, he's the one who put my ear back
yeah,
on it now.
I am the one that you saw do it, but
Yeah. So I'm heading towards. I can hear you. I'm heading towards
Yeah.
the singing.
well, I think okay.
I don't know if I know what way Dermot went when he took off, because he was like, Vagoot's calling for me, and then he took off like a bat out of hell.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I'll be right behind you.
So my question is did Andara get ready and run out here?
I wouldn't have
before Dermot
ran.
got here, or what?
She's just meandering
After
out.
she's dressed,
Battle. Yeah.
I'd probably just wander around looking for them. Have you seen a dwarf, naked dwarf, and,
Yeah, I'm wondering,
and a hobgoblin?
I'm wondering if Andara got out here before
Not yet.
Dermot got to me.
It takes a while to get dressed with plate armor by yourself. So she's going to be a little bit. So Dermot comes one.
What's that?
You know, a big grin with
Okay.
bruised up face, bleeding out the mouth, one tooth hanging down. He's really happy. Thank you.
Oh.
What?
What? Yeah. I didn't understand that. Who's?
Who's bleeding out of the
Yeah, who's bleeding at the mouth?
The kid that got backhanded.
Where's the kid?
Looking at the coot.
Okay.
The coot.
I'm actually going to use a I'm gonna say here. Let me see if I can help with that real quick. I'm gonna use another charge on the belt, on the kid.
Are you gonna put the tooth back in his face?
Yes.
You did well.
I'm a dentist.
He's just like, yeah, okay, go ahead. Just
And
put
the
that
kid
tooth
was
right
kind of
back.
freaked out by it, but then it doesn't hurt anymore, so it's touching his face, and he seems very grateful.
Are you the Easter Bunny?
No, I'm not the tooth fairy either.
Reverse tooth fairy. Yeah.
So, Dermot, you make it out to the scene of the party with your nudeness.
Is he like in? I'm not nude. I'm still wearing the loincloth. But is he like in a set or something?
Huh?
Is he like in the middle of playing like a song or something, or what's up?
Yeah, he's playing.
I'm guessing it's not. I've probably already gathered his gaze. The fact that
A lot of people's gays.
I guess a lot of people are probably gazing at you.
so I'm like doing like the head, like you come here.
Come over here. The naked dwarf gestures, or the.
How do we,
the Urgosh is in front of me, like dripping in blood.
how does that look?
You see a lot of gazes from the dwarf just turn to you all of a sudden, just.
While that's ongoing,
I smile. Let's Sragg direct the narrative.
my bad.
Go
You're
ahead.
probably wielding a pretty bloody weapon right now, too, right?
That's what I said. Like
Yeah, you said he was dripping.
I'm just dripping in blood, and I'm looking down at her, like trying to get Kel's attention.
Okay, so this is obvious. There's no way you could miss this.
No.
A half-naked dwarf with a dripping weapon staring at me going, like, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm mouthing like get over here. Not that you could probably lip read the fact that I have an accent.
Kind of like confused and scared all at the same time because there's a lot going on. I think I'd cast Ghost Harp to record the song I've been playing
Uh-huh.
and like run over to Dermot
Yeah.
just to kind of like, let's not disrupt the performance, but I guess
The show must go on. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll back out of like the sight and try to be like in the shadows or like away from people's gaze.
Are you gonna like dance your way to him, like it's part of the show?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I think with Ghost Harp would keep playing. Would they like look away?
Oh, they're watching you.
So like if
Everyone.
I did like prestidigitation and like made lights go over there while I like danced off to the side, would they keep following me? I can't like deflect their view with all these flashy lights or anything?
Look, an obvious distraction.
Yeah, exactly.
You see the fireworks go off. You see a couple of them just look and then glance right back at you. You and the dwarf with the dripping axe. And they start to talk to each other.
Is this part of the show? I don't know what's going on.
I'm so confused.
So prestidigitation was used.
Who's that dwarf?
You realize there's someone
boyfriend.
else staring at you, but she's grinning wickedly right now.
So,
Trying to cover a laugh, you see Gretchen.
I'm distracted. There's a bloody weapon here. Like, calm down. What is going on? What are you doing?
Well, I can explain it fully in a little bit, but I think right now I need your help to put an ear back on. Not
Is
mine,
Andara
not
okay?
anybody we know,
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God.
but someone I think needs your help. You seem to have done a good job with Andara for the most part.
No, thank you. I'm glad you noticed.
I'm talking about. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh.
So you go.
Wait a minute. So do you think that the ear blood is that much blood on the axe is from the ear that was cut off? Or? What the heck? How did you cut that ear off?
Don't get ahead of yourself.
So,
So I'm following Dermot.
okay. Back
Make
at the tent. You did very well with the kid. The kid thinks you're a hero now.
Except
Okay,
it's
I'm gonna-
twins backwards.
I'm gonna bring the kid back to his mom, and then I am definitely first thing I'm going is right back over there, and I'm slamming that sword right through that guy's torso. Make sure he stays dead.
Do we
His
approach?
head is severed.
Do we approach and see this? Tell me we approach and see this.
Yeah. So Vakut carry the
Vakut-
kid back.
Vakut is his head's been removed from his body. He's pretty dead.
What are you doing? What are you two doing back here?
You recognize the man you had dinner with earlier has been murdered in the street.
What? I'm
Vakut,
like looking around frantically, like, what's going on?
Vakut will
What are you
give you the
doing?
details right now. We need to get this ear back on that poor guy.
What? 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 Where's the ear? What guy? That guy?
You see another man laying,
Calm
that-
down.
bleeding out the side of his head
It's just a
with his
little
wife
blood.
cradling, looking shocked.
I told you to put pressure on that cop. Stop the bleeding.
She freaks out. I'm sorry.
Don't cut off his ear. I got it. Don't cut off his ear. I'll fix it. What is wrong with you two? I don't even know.
It's not me. It was him. I just got here. He called for help. I don't know what happened exactly, but fat bastard over here was gonna kill him.
The guy with the ear. Why'd you cut off his ear?
We didn't cut
I
off his ear.
didn't
The
cut off
fat
his ear.
bastard cut off his ear.
I don't understand.
Just
I'm
get
gonna
the
just-
ear back on, and we can talk about it later.
I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna leave the sword just hanging and just sticking straight up from the guy. I'm gonna walk over to Kel. I'm gonna put my hands on his shoulders. Says, "I'll tell you in a second. Take a deep breath.
Kill's cringing.
To put this guy's ear back on before he
I got it.
dies.
Get your hand off me.
Let go of him.
So y'all get the ear. Kel, you deftly reattach the ear, even with your hand shaking. It goes well.
Okay.
So you all three turn at the same time to see the man laying with the twisted head severed, the sword stuck in his belly, just in time to see a little Chihuahua dog come up and pee on his face, then wander off.
Yes.
So I managed to like cure him as I put the ear back on.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to just sit down right where I'm at, still watching the body with the sword sticking out.
There we go.
Just a
Good is
breath.
new.
Are you okay, sir? Are you okay?
Thank you. Yes. Oh, you killed Meltoff.
I
Oh,
didn't
no. Oh, no.
do anything.
It's the mayor's brother.
Oh dear. How much time has elapsed? Just by the way, how much time has elapsed since I came over here?
About 5 minutes.
Well, my performance is due. I think I might have to go back to that. You guys, good luck with this.
Yeah, we're good now. Thanks for your help. We got this.
I wasn't here. I wasn't here.
Sure,
I wasn't
sure you
here.
weren't.
I'm looking at
Roy?
the guy with the ear. I wasn't here. I wasn't here. Right?
He just nods.
You weren't here?
Yes, yes. You weren't here. He starts closing the tin.
Can I hide and like sneak back?
Yeah, you think that you're hidden pretty well sneaking back.
I'm gonna sneak back to the place where I play the music. And like I'm paranoid at this point.
All right. Vakut, Dermot. That leaves the two of you standing out there with the corpse.
I just kind of say before I leave, like, this is your problem. You guys did this. I wasn't here.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You better figure it out.
Have you seen the mayor, just out of curiosity?
It wasn't at my performance. And I sneak out.
I'm going to use the last charge on the belt, and I'm going to heal myself.
Okay.
Now, sir, I'm talking to the guy that had his ear reattached. What's your name? Sorry? I didn't catch it.
No.
No, okay. That's a weird name, but we're going to go with it.
I want no part of this.
Mr.
I appreciate
No,
your kindness.
I just need to know a little bit about, like, what's the relationship between the brother and the... Like, do they like each other?
Yes,
A
very
lot?
much. He always turned a blind eye to the cruelty of this man.
Okay. So, does anybody not like the mayor?
So he deserves
The mayor's he's the one that knows the way into the shelter, but
Well, we're here,
He's our
so
leader.
that problem's taken care of.
he's always been good. It's just we had to deal with his ruthless brother.
Do you know of anybody who doesn't... Well, I'm sorry. Do you know of anybody that would be capable of murdering his brother and doesn't like him? I was going to ask if anybody didn't like him, but that seems like it's going to be a long list.
Nobody likes him, but if anyone could have dealt with him, I'm sure it would have been done long ago. Maybe the smith?
I hear that, and I'm going to pick up the body with the head.
You see this mountain of a man. Vakut's lifting it up. Ugh, this is a heavy load, Vakut.
This is one fat man.
This is one fat man.
So
Muscle and fat.
how heavy is he so I can figure out what I'm actually picking up?
This is a
at this point?
400-pound monster.
Jeez.
Well, that should be well within your capabilities.
Oh.
While you're at it, go and grab Gretchen and the little girl and make a event of it.
Trust me, I'm sure Gretchen's going to make her appearance. No, I'm actually encumbered with that load.
If
I don't
you're-
know how heavy after, if I'm at 7... Let me double check. If I'm at 17 strength and I got 260 is my heavy load limit, I can move while I'm heavy load as if I'm not. No, I'm encumbered. I can't let
Yeah.
I'm going to drop him right back like a sack of potatoes.
He drops him. Just
Yeah. That's
more spurts out.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could drag him?
Yeah, that sounds great. You pick up the blood and I'll drag him. I'll start dragging
Pick
him.
up the blood.
What? How do you
How does
grab
that
him?
even work?
Pick him up by the two arms, lift him up so that I'm trying to keep the body
No,
straight.
I get how you're picking him up.
And-
I'm trying to figure out how I pick up the blood.
You just see the head lolling as he's grabbing by the arms, dragging him, leaving the two heel prints in the mud.
Blood's just spurting out the top still.
You see all this, Mr. Dwarf.
I'm going to
You
actually...
realize this is a tracker's nightmare. Or best thing possible. Either way, depending on the side.
I'm just going to throw him into his tent right here.
Okay. So you start dragging him towards, which one's his tent?
How do you know which one?
the tent that he referenced at when I was following him.
He never made it there.
The tent that he was heading the direction of.
There's a lot of tents on this road.
Well, then I'm gonna go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and just walk into a tent.
All right.
With
You
the
go
body?
over, you open up a tent. You see a man on the beam.
Doesn't he have to roll for that? Don't you have to roll for that?
Yeah,
Shouldn't we-
Yeah, where's my roll, sir? Because I still have that chance factor.
You said any, mini, miny, mo. You're right here.
Okay. I just thought maybe you'd like.
It'd
I'd like to
be
get my
like
roll.
Zeta or something.
I'd
way
like
down.
to get my roll 1 of 3 with like I don't know a perfect roll being his tent.
No, you're too far. That's the problem.
Oh, it wouldn't even be possible to be his tent. Okay, I got you.
That's why I said the any, mini,
Now,
miny, mo.
granted, hold
so,
on.
just 1 sec before Vakut just ruins this all.
You better stop the coup.
I see him like he's dragging this corpse around, like kind of going in
It's
every
circles.
direction, but not really anywhere. I'm like, Vakut, just stand still for a second. Now, he's well dressed, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Yes.
Let's use a little bit of reasoning. What's the what do the tents all look like? Is there any tent that looks more ostentatious than the rest?
There's one of them that's blue. All the rest of them seem plain. There's the large one of the mares, and then there's a blue tent. It stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, I'm going to guess it's probably that one.
Sure, and I drag.
Okay. All right. So you start dragging him down. Dermot, you walking in front or behind?
Behind, like there's like a trail of like tracking horribleness back to this other guy's house.
Yeah. You'll see every now and then one of the tents will open and close real quick. Someone will start out and then.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna be like, oh, Vakut, just drop it. It's not gonna work.
And I just drop it then.
If anything, they're gonna blame
You're
the
about
guy.
10 feet away from his tent and just drop it.
If I'm only 10 foot away, I might as well just take it the extra 10 foot.
He
At
drops
least
one of the arms, dragging the head up against the ground, and just comes over and like, whatever. You open the tent and you see the half end of a halfling hanging out of a chest. There's skin, a human skin on the ground. Body
I am
parts
just
everywhere.
going to just close the tent quietly. Okay, nothing to see in here. He'll be right at home. Let's go back to the cart.
What do you mean?
like,
What do
out
you
of
mean?
this
There's nothing to
floor.
see. What'd you see in there?
I just
Yeah.
open it back up. Oh, and by the way, I think that might be Ardo. I don't know.
Well, go get him, you idiot.
I'll go pick up Ardo.
So you grab Ardo. He's clearly unconscious. He seems to be smiling. There is gold in that chest.
No, I don't want nothing to do with that gold.
Just close the chest. There's little heads that seem to be made into jars. A wicked-looking dagger and a red stain on a desk beside with what looks like a cat's tail.
I'm going to pick up the cat's tail and put it on the body. Make it
Okay.
look
Like what?
like a
Ritualistic?
Yes.
Just take Ardo back to the cart. I'm gonna see if we can perhaps. Actually, I'm gonna go with you. I need clothes.
All right. So, Vakut, you come out of there. And you start heading back towards the cart.
Before I do
And-
that, I think I'm going to take that dagger, that nasty looking dagger that he had on him.
Okay.
I think I might take that.
You grab the wicked-looking dagger. You open up the tent flap to leave, and you see Andara wandering by. Vakut?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Looking at her
Vakut!
hills. Look at
I'm just going to look at her and I'm just going to quietly pull. Shh. And I'm going to keep walking.
I'm glad you clarified that, Ardo. I was trying to understand what you were typing.
Sorry, so Vakut is where now? I'm confused.
He just came out of a blue tent.
And I saw him come out of a blue tent.
Mm-hmm. You saw him come out of the blue tent, and he's carrying an conscious Ardo. You're muted.
I shrug like, what are you doing?
I just shake my head no,
So
and
is
just like
I see Andara too.
Yeah.
Oh, Andara, thank God you're here.
What? I probably see this blood trail.
Yeah.
We
It looks like the body was drugged down. You could tell just looking at it. There's parts where heel, dripping blood, where a body was drugged down the street into this tent where your friends are exiting.
What have you done now?
Okay, first of all, it's
You can't collect halflings, Bakut.
no, I'm not.
Doesn't
wanting to
work
go.
that way. Is that Ardo? What are you doing with Ardo?
I found him like this.
get him back to the cart. I will explain to Andara.
Okay, and then I'll explain everything after that too. And I'll just take Ardo and
No, I think
Head
you've
back to
done
the
enough for tonight.
oh, better yet, I'll hold Ardo like this.
Stop it. Now get back to the cart.
I've exited for the carts with Ardo in
Alright.
hand.
Now, I don't know exactly why. Well, I do kind of know why he murdered him. He was picking on the little guy, you know.
What little guy? All this blood.
He's
What
a
happened?
big guy, you know. It's got lots of blood in him. Anyway,
Big guy? What big guy?
the jerk from the supper.
You murdered the jerk from supper?
We defended ourselves. It was self-defense. That's what we're going with. Self-defense.
That's what you're going with.
Shut up, it was self-defense.
How did all this happen?
He attacked a man, cut off his ear, and then came after Vakut.
Attacked a man? Why would he attack a man? What's going on?
You saw him at the dinner. He's an asshole.
I just sort of, he was kind of an asshole.
Apparently, he's been terrorizing these people for years.
So we go around killing assholes?
Well, only if they try to kill us, which this one did. I swear.
How are we going to explain this? I mean, I had no
Well,
part in this.
I'm thinking the self-defense is a pretty good way to explain it. The only problem I'm running into is he's the brother of the mayor.
He's the mayor's brother?
Yeah.
Oh, this is horrible.
It could be worse.
Huh?
We could have killed the mayor. I mean,
I'm just-
defended ourselves from the mayor.
I just raised an eyebrow. Like, are you serious right now?
Just okay.
She just puts her hand on her head like this, like.
Now, I'm not exactly sure that I might be the best person to try and explain this to the mayor. Perhaps you could use some of your charms.
You want me to charm the mayor into accepting the fact that you murdered his brother in self-defense?
Yes.
She laughs like
Case
that.
to the wrong person.
She literally laughs like that. Like, you're insane.
You know, charm, and I like grab to
Just
like
in the mirror.
Yeah.
Bust in while you're
What?
laughing
my
over
eyes
it.
clearly go down to your chest.
I slap him.
How can they go
Oh.
down?
I say,
Or-
they have to
oh,
go
yeah.
up.
Wouldn't they be straight
The
forward?
gaze
Or
definitely
go up?
changes.
The
Oh,
eyes
you're
go from
feisty
eyes-
one. Save that for him. I think he might be into that kind of thing.
What kind of person do you think I am?
I didn't say you were that kind of person. I just thought maybe you could pretend to be. Get us out of his bind.
My hands are on my hips now, and I'm just like,
There you go.
unbelievable. Unbelievable. And what do you mean, there you go?
That's the kind of... Never mind.
Go put some clothes on, I
Oh.
say.
I think the mayor's in that tent.
The big one, yep.
You want me to go and do this now?
Well, I
I don't
don't
know
know.
what to say.
I think it's best that we kind of get ahead of this thing.
I'm not going to the mayor's tent now. That's ridiculous.
Well, you know, when you kill somebody, you should probably fess up to it sooner rather than later.
If I'm going you all are coming with me.
Oh,
you had everything to do with this.
Totally.
I had nothing to do with this.
Totally. I just gotta get some clothes.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh, you like it?
I just do the like, You know that whole good things come in small packages saying? Just shake my head.
Not you.
We'll see about that.
Oh, we won't. We most certainly won't.
I got what you need.
So, after the earlier situation, I'm going to cut right quick to Kel, who you see Vakut come walking through now where you've tried to re-enter the scene. The people are still talking, and a couple are nodding their heads to music, and you see Vakut come through carrying Ardo by a foot, heading across the
I did not say I would carry him by a
That's what you
foot.
said.
No,
I carry
said
Ardo like
I carry
this.
it like this, which means his head's here, his legs are back here, and I'm holding him over my.
I thought that could be
Okay.
a foot. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got him over his
Second.
Over
shoulder.
the shoulders.
By one leg.
Second.
Yeah.
Second thing is if you're gonna say that, why wouldn't I have said I would have went around and tried to be as obscure as
You didn't
possible?
say, are you?
I would have attempted to try
Okay,
not to draw
never mind.
any
My
more.
apologies, Kel. So you go along the outside.
Yes.
You hear near the back of your head a whisper. Quite a predicament this is. You turn and there's no one there.
And I'm going to just disregard it and keep going to the cards.
You didn't hear that.
Was that for me or was that for him?
It's for Cal.
That was
That's
me.
for Kel.
Oh, my bad. Then I'm none of that.
So, a little bit. How would you describe that? Not paranoid.
Vexed.
Anxious. Anxious would probably be the perfect emotion for this situation. It's kind of like, yeah, definitely vexed, but not. Head back to my performance, pick up my loot, and try and continue the performance for the time being. Did I see Vakut?
No, you haven't seen Vakut.
So I didn't see anyone. I just went back to my performance. I heard this quite a predicament nonsense, and that's all I know of what.
You recognize
As far
the
as
voice.
I know, the ear is back on that man, and
We're
business
handling
as
it.
usual. I wasn't here.
Yeah.
All right, performance away. Let me see.
Okay. You seem your performance is very lackluster.
So I am distracted. I got you.
You are severely distracted. You forget words, missing chords. It's probably the worst performance of your young career.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Fans are slowly begin to grab torches.
Who knows these backwater people? They don't know
You
real
see
music.
the
and they walked up
Gathan
and
brothers
played
are
it.
over there snapping their fingers and tapping their feet.
It's the best
This
thing
is
I've
great.
ever
Love it.
heard.
The brothers, yeah.
These guys
Tone
wouldn't know
deaf
a real
ones.
performance if it walked up and smacked them in the ear holes.
Yes.
All right, I'm not too worried about them. I continue playing because there's really no reason for me to do anything else at this point.
There will be no encores.
I'm
Do,
a little off put at the woman whispering to me, but I don't think that's cause for concern. It's more of like a chill or a shudder kind of moment. Like,
Do you look over towards where Gretchen was when you hear that whisper?
yeah, probably. I probably
You
would have.
see, you don't see her looking at you even. She's laughing and playing with the little girl who's dancing around.
Okay, that's creepy. Let's just do that. I'm trying to make it through the night.
With what's left of your soul. So, do you, Dermot and Andara, do y'all go through the camp or do you take the roundabout way?
I'll do hide and move. Like I can just disappear into the shadows.
Yeah, you can.
I didn't see
Wow.
him either.
No, he pulled an Ardo. Andara feels slightly uncomfortable for a moment, and Dermot is gone. He just disappeared. He was right beside you, and he's gone.
I look around like, what the hell?
You've never seen anything like it.
Except once.
I head back to the wagon.
You walk through the camp.
Yeah.
No, he's fine. Or she. She just walks right through the middle of it, like, okay.
I haven't
Who did
killed
it?
anybody
Andara?
today.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I see Andara like come walking back.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear a couple of mummers through the crowd. Did you
What-
see that dwarf that the bard went with? His axe was covered in blood. He was naked. No, he wasn't. He was wearing a loincloth. Just mummers through the crowd.
Damn it. On my way back, do I go by Kel's performance or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I
You
would've
see
taken
Kel's
notice.
performance. It's pretty bad.
Okay, I'm doing
It's
the
the
whole
worst you ever heard out of Kel.
eyebrow thing, looking at him like
Yeah.
he must know.
Yeah.
I would look worried. Like, you're definitely looking at me. If you're looking at me, you're going to see that I'm like distracted.
Yeah. Are you more so distracted now that I'm there, listening to your horrible performance?
If you came back, it's more of like, yeah, I would be distracted, but also very scared.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the kind of look I'm going
Okay,
for.
I'm looking at you, like, trying to make eye contact and, like, sort of, like, motion to you, like, do you know what's going on? Like, not, you know what I mean? Give you a look that says, what the hell? Like...
That would be like,
You're just kind of like...
WTF?
Yeah.
Flay, shake my head
Okay.
no. Like,
I
Shake it
face
off.
palm and, like, I'm just like, okay. I sort of wave and I just head back to the wagon.
Okay.
you
So
head back
you
to the wagon, okay. Not to
Yeah,
the-
I just point and say, I just motion myself in towards the wagon. Make rain motions.
Oh, okay, like get the hell out of here kind of thing?
Yeah, maybe.
Was
I
that
don't
the
know.
kind of like rains? Like what kind of rains would that look like?
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I just say never
Like rains
mind.
on a
Just
horse or
forget
like
it. Yeah,
making it rain
rains
money?
on a horse. Yeah.
Okay.
So, barring Kel, because he's still in his performance, right?
Yep.
You all make it to the wagon. Vakut, you get there with Ardo. You see a hunched figure was leaning over the wagon for a moment. Go back into the
The
tents.
whole
really
wagon? How the hell does that work?
quickly. Just leaning over the side of the wagon, looking.
Oh,
Looks
side.
this way and then goes into the tents.
Who saw this?
Vakut,
Okay.
as he was coming back, just in the distance.
I'm going to still go directly to the cart. I'm going to put down Ardo very gently, making sure that the dart is sticking out the top if I've noticed it yet. And then I'm going to check
You
on the
haven't.
baby.
The baby seems to be fine, sleeping right where the figure was looking over at.
I'm just going to nod, and then I'm going to just sit like on the tailgate of the cart.
You nod at the baby?
You know that sound in Metal Gear? Like when you get noticed? I think that just went off. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna just put my go, and I'm gonna look towards the direction that the shadow went to, or the figure went to. Would I have recognized the figure?
You didn't. There was just enough distance. It kind of looked the same size and shape as Gretchen, but she was at the festival, right? Or festivities, excuse me.
I quite honestly, the last place I saw
You
her
don't
was
know.
there, so I have no idea where she's at.
That might have
So-
been Gretchen.
Yeah, given his suspicions of her, he would probably
Yeah.
speculate that.
And so I'm going to just kind of sit there, look at the direction that the figure went real quick, and I'm just gonna kind of sit quietly and listen. Take a couple deep breaths and reflect.
Okay. While you're quietly sitting, since you went the roundabout way, it wouldn't take much difference in time. And Andara comes walking back up, alone, with nobody else anywhere nearby. Especially not a mostly new dwarf.
I just look at Vakut and say, "You, sir, are more trouble than you're worth."
You hear a groan come from the halfling.
What's wrong with Ardo?
I found this is how I found them,
Am I there?
Yeah.
and
I
this
what?
is to say this is how I found them, and that thing's tent.
Listen, we got one problem at a time. Now let me get some clothes on and let's go find the mayor. See if we can get ourselves out of this bind.
I'm not in a bind. Just so we're clear.
Whatever.
You know, he already didn't like Vakut and or I when we first met. He had a quite unfavorable reaction.
Yeah, I had a character question real quick. Was that entire that first response? Was that towards Andara only, or was that towards me as well? Since the cart
The
is
direction was towards the cart. So
okay. Since I mean the cart's covered, and if I was in the back of the cart, would he have even seen me?
if you had any interaction with him at all, then he saw you.
He saw
I
you.
If you
did
did not,
I
then
never,
you would not even know that he had a bad reaction towards Andara. So this is news to you.
Yeah, I honestly I don't remember having an interaction with him. I had an interaction with Smith and with.
Yeah, but you're out and about. Like he would have had to been like blind not to notice you.
And I mean, I was absent from the dinner as well, so that's why I was.
Yeah, but you were
Asking.
out at
You
the
came
tent.
in.
You came in
You
and you
did
gave
that.
your seat to the
Ah,
woman.
that's right. I gave it to Gretchen.
Mhm.
Okay, so. Okay. I'm
Well,
ready
let's
to go.
find out how we get out of this mess after a break. We'll be back in a few minutes on Twitch. Tune in tomorrow on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like, subscribe.